All right, today is April 20th, 2016. I'm away from my usual desk, so I've got a handheld tripod here. I'm holding the camera. We're watching the water vapor loop for the Northeast Pacific, and we can see a lot of moisture moving into the Southern California area, and that is why we have the jets out spraying today. We've got a lot of chemtrails blanketing the Southern California region, and we have another system here. This is, I believe, a 976 millibar storm that is moving towards the west coast. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Uh, let's look at this in the rainbow loop. And we can see that system is actually moving to the southeast. All right, let's take a look next at the jet stream. We've got jet stream flow until about the California coast, and then things stop. So that's the jet stream for today. Let's look next at the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can see a lot of that chemtrail activity right here. Just a lot of chemtrails. You can see that these trails are being sprayed as we wind through the 7.5 hour loop. And we can see that next system that's barreling down towards the west coast. We should have gotten some rain from this system. This was all completely sprayed and destroyed with the transmitter. We can actually see the imprint of that transmitter right there, and that is wrecked. Another chance of rain. And so these weather controllers have prolonged our drought in the state of California. We should be getting a lot of spring rain from one of the biggest El Nino years on record, according to the meteorologists. These people seem to know all about El Nino, but they can't explain why. They don't seem to have any explanation for why these transmitters are doing what they're doing. Okay, now we still have this storm that has moved a little bit to the east. You can see that this has really picked up some steam. We have a radar right here, a phased array that has carved a path that will prevent this next moisture field from winding in. They're cutting that all off right here. We can see that. And of course, all those chemtrails are moving right into Southern California. Let's look at this in the infrared loop. See a lot of moisture in this system right here. This, I believe, is a 976 millibar. We'll look at that here right next. Okay, yeah, 976 millibar. And this is, according to the map, is moving due east. But as we just saw, it's moving more in a southeast direction, or at least a southeast direction. We can also see that down here off of the west coast, there's not a whole lot of strong high pressure like we're seeing out here, 1,023 millibar. There's just not a whole lot of high pressure here. We also have a trough indicated, and some dips and bumps of different pressure. So it is possible we could get some rain. Once again, we have a possible chance of rain, but these guys are not letting the rain in. All right, let's take a look next at the geostationary satellite image. This is the water vapor loop. We can see all the chemtrails being sprayed right all through here and all through this area as this moisture is all dried out as it moves into California. So today we have a warm, unseasonably warm weather with a lot of chemtrail haze in the skies instead of rain. We should have probably 60 inches of rain so far this year. Instead we have, around 14 and a half, something like that. All right, let's look at the East Coast map for a minute. And earlier today, this storm had a real nice right angle on it. But we can see what's happening as they focus a transmitter on top of this storm is that the main frontal system on this system is being disconnected. That large frontal system is being disconnected. If we take a look at this in the rainbow loop, we can see much better how effective that is. They've split this system in half. We can see part of this frontal system is moving in a clockwise manner right up here. A lot of clockwise rotation going on right there. So they've cut that in half. Now this system will continue to spin, and this will just drift off. All right, let's go back to the water vapor map again. About 2 or 3 hours ago, we had a little better of an example. We have clockwise rotation here. That's from that transmitter. And we have another low pressure system right here. Low pressure system moving in a sort of a pinwheel pattern. We have a large area of counterclockwise rotation going there. And transmitter right here. Lots of interesting things going on. Okay, so that's pretty much the summary for today. No rain. We should have had rain starting Tuesday, but that's all been stopped. Once again, these criminals are in complete control of our weather, owning the weather in 2016. All right, so we'll go ahead and do another update tomorrow.